Hello everyone, it's Smup here. Welcome back. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, today was the GCSE results day in England, and I'm guessing the UK. Some of you may have known, I actually did GCSEs this year, and that's why I had quite a bit of that break when they were going on. But finally results are here, and yeah, it was good. I don't think any of you really know what this new number system is, so for that reason I'm going to try and keep it kinda letters based. So basically I got 4 A stars, 1 A and 5 Bs, I believe, which is I think pretty good. Those of you that want numbers, that's 4 8s, 1 7 and 5 6s. It gets me into where I want to go next, so that's fine, that does me. I have to admit, I was not expecting 4 A stars, which are 8s. I got 1 in English language. I don't know how, considering that for the whole year I've been getting 4s in that. I can honestly say I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just, the examiner being nice, or it was just some great spark of intelligence on the day. I have no idea how that got in to an 8. I mean, the English literature I got a 6 in, so I really am so surprised in that one. The other 8 or A star, which I was surprised about, was I got it in maths. Now I'm pretty good at maths, I'd like to say, but the thing that really did help me was I did have a tutor from about like January till the end of the exams, and I think really helped. Big shout out to Greg, if you're watching this, thanks, that was you, Greg. So yeah, so I think I was 5s on 6s up to an 8. I thought I might get a 7 maybe with the tutor, but then I went straight up into an 8, so I was really pleased with that. The other 2 A stars / 8s was music and ICT, which are probably my best subjects. So yeah, I was kind of expecting high marks with those. Okay, so if there's anyone out there who's watching this and are gonna go and do GCSEs next year, 2 years times, 3, whatever, or got A levels, this might apply as well to you next year or whatever. But what I did kinda was just focus on the subjects that, well, for GCSEs anyway, focus on the subjects that you want to do next year. Like, focus the most attention on doing those, so hopefully what will happen is you'll get the best grades for them, rather than saying, I don't know, you want to do physics next year for A level, but you don't want to do a language like French or Spanish. Just focus your more attention when you revise to your physics. It makes sense, right? You don't want to do French, you still want to pass it, so revise it a bit, but then heavily on the physics, maybe do that twice more than the French or whatever. Another thing that really helped me, for me anyway, obviously this is all personal, so it could be completely different for you guys or whoever, being really well organized. It really helped. I had a big board of counting down each day, and after school I'd do something, I'd cross it off. Really helps, get you motivated. You can see the progress. Like, went through a lot of pieces of paper and there's loads of X's of, I've done that, highlighted this. Make sure you put in like any personal things, like any birthday parties, or you're going out with someone that you already know is going to happen, like seeing the grandparents or cousins or whoever on the weekends, or I don't know, football matches or whatever. Make sure you have those, so oh right, so I've got to keep in mind that I've got football match at 3. Am I going to do any work before that, or am I going to be too tired afterwards? What is going to best benefit how I work? Make sure you give yourself breaks as well. That's another thing. You don't want to overwork yourself, because by the time you could peak way too early and be ready, I don't know, 3 weeks before the actual exam, then come, the exams, you just, useless or something. Make sure you pace yourself with revising and doing the exams, because I remember the first week I was so prepared and everything, but then come the last week of the exams, the last 2 weeks, I was just, I wish it was ending. It was like really dragging on, and everything just got a bit down, but you just gotta, plow through it, and yeah, keep on going. What helps is, for anyone, having backup options, because say for heavens, bid that this doesn't happen. Say for example you didn't meet your actual requirements of getting, I don't know, 2 A stars and an A, but actually you got 2 Bs and an A or something. Make sure you have a backup option. It may not be your first choice, but it may be actually something to go on. Say the school's like, oh no, you didn't do this, and then you have to go and you haven't had a backup option, let's say, then you're kind of screwed really. There's nothing for you to do, but if you do have the option, you can fall back, you can go into something else, or another third option maybe. Or, you know, if the worst comes to worst, go with the fourth option, join the army or something, you know? At least you do something, and you get to see the world, I guess. I don't know. Finally, for anyone that feels like they are, they're coming up for exams or whatever, for GCSEs, I think they were really overrated and way too hyped up. For what they were, coming out of quite a few, I was really like, thought, wow, I'm doing well. Quite easier than I actually imagined. So anyone that's worried, nervous, whatever, don't be. They're really not that hard. The only things that you've got to really make sure you do is pass English and maths, and that's not that hard. So just to finish off here, hope everyone, you know, got whatever they needed. I'm sure you all did so very, very well. But if all else fails, then there's only one thing you gotta do. The haters, because they are